Hi, everybody. It's the TV Optimist here, talking about Breaking Bad. Um, Before I start with my review, I just want to say I'm really shitty at keeping up with my requests and thanking people for requesting the thing that I'm reviewing. I reviewed, that's the word, Breaking Full House, and I want to thank Nix, Armendariz, Nixa, um, dear friend of mine for requesting Full House. So fuck you, Nix. For requesting that show, but also thank you, of course. Thank you for all the requests that you do. And coincidentally, she requested Breaking Bad as well, so she kind of made up for the request for Full House. Breaking Bad, believe the hype. Uh, Holy shit, this is a great show. It's fantastic. Um, for those who haven't watched the series, please do. I don't want to spoil anything. Um, I didn't really say that about Game of Thrones because it was kind of tainted at the end there. But Breaking Bad is it's definitely a must see series. And back to saying for those that don't know, it follows Walter White, who is a high school chemistry teacher, played by the amazing Bryan Cranston in a very vulnerable role. He loves science and everything, but very soft spoken. Just doesn't have doesn't speak his mind a lot, like about the things that piss him off. He's just kind of like, just lets it roll off his shoulders and shit, and kind of just more subdued. Is someone's rowdy in his classroom? Hey, knock it off, guys. Very much like his role as Hal in Malcolm in the Middle. Um, the first episode of the show finds out he's got cancer. He's probably gonna die. His job isn't paying the bills. He's a fucking teacher. Teachers are severely underpaid. So he's like, I'm not gonna be able to support my son, support my wife, my pregnant wife, my kid. I'm probably not gonna meet my kid. This is terrifying. So I think at first he lies about having cancer. He doesn't tell them up front. Then he ends up breaking the news, and then he has to figure out how to fucking get money. And he goes with his brother-in-law Hank, who's married to his wife's sister. He's a cop, and he goes and Hank Schrader, DEA agent, brother-in-law. Um, he goes and he's like, okay, I'm gonna go on this ride along. He doesn't really want to, but it's his brother-in-law, and he's gotta kind of be a man about some things. And they find out they're trying to do a drug bust about meth. Uh, Someone called Captain Cook is on the loose, and blah blah blah. And these motherfuckers, they never get away with anything. And he's just like, how much do these people make? And finds out, holy shit. And he's like, well, it's just chemistry, making meth. And he ends up making the best meth ever by enlisting Captain Cook himself, Jesse Pinkman, one of his former um, students, who is, I think he dropped out of high school, and he's just been dealing drugs this whole time and also doing drugs. He's also a meth addict. Um, he sees him on the with the ride along. Jesse jump out the window and run away, and then so the Mexican guy that was in there cooking with him is framed for this shit. When really Captain Cook all along is Jesse Pinkman, the white guy. Um, so he's like, okay, well, I want to enlist his help. He recognized him immediately. He tells him, I want to cook. And Jesse's like, how bullshit. And then this whole first season's about him trying to show him, dude, I'm serious. I'm really serious about this. And tells him, eventually breaks down and tells him that he's going to have cancer, that he has cancer. He's going to die. So this is why he's doing it. Great, great fucking first season. God, I don't know. Remember if it was this season? Was it Crazy Eight? Nope. Yeah, so it's the third episode where Skyler, his wife, finds out. There's also Walt Jr., who sometimes wants to go by his other name, which I forget the name of. There's Marie Schrader, Skyler's sister, Jesse Pinkman. Okay. God, it's one of these motherfuckers in this. Tuco Salamanca, maybe. Tuco's crazy as fuck. Savagely beats him. No, it's not that one. It's got to be season 2. It's one of those seasons. It might be season 1 where they like kidnap some dude and some other shit happens. Anyway, we see how badass Walt is. He makes some kind of fucking like thing where he like it's like this looks like a fucking crystal, and he throws it down and it fucking explodes. Like it's fucking awesome. One of the most badass moments in the entire show. Season 2 has them continuing with their meth empire, building that up. Um, the season finale. Oh, in the season finale, this season finale was when there was a fucking huge airplane thing. There's a bunch of shit going on here. Jesse gets with, is it Jane? Is that who it is? Yep, it's Jane Margolis. Jesse becomes more involved with her than he is with Walt. Their partnership. He falls in love with her, and they have a okay relationship. And then like Jane's kind of like manipulative in the sense that she's like, we can get money from this motherfucker by framing him. Pretty much thinking like along the lines of anyone else. I mean, that's just fucking God, this quality shit. I'm sorry. But anyway, in this season, um, Walt fucking he doesn't kill Jane, but he doesn't stop her from dying. Jane and Jesse do some drugs. They do some meth together. She's laying in bed and she starts fucking vomiting. And Walt happens to be there. He's going to kill her, but he's like, he can't go through with it. So he's about to leave, but then he sees Jane throw up, or he's there for some other, I think maybe the money that he was owed or some shit. I don't know. She's vomiting and he just sees it like, and he could easily just flip her over. He can stop it, but he's just like, nope. And he just watches her die. She's like, and he walks and he leaves out. It's like, holy shit. Really fucked up moment. I forgot that he ends up telling Jesse, and that shit, like, oh, fuck. Season 3. Is that where fucking, what's his name? Yep, Gus Fring. Best character by far. There's Saul Goodman, who's really cool too. Mike Ehrmantraut, really great too. Really great hitman for Gus Fring. Gus plays a Chilean American man. He is a major meth distributor who works for what is that place? The chicken place. The Chicken Brothers, Los Pollos Hermanos, successful fast food fried chicken restaurants. And that's how he operates. And he's such a great fucking character. Um, season 4 was pretty annoying because we see Walt, we see the shit that he goes through. We see what meth is doing to him. He's coming out and being more of a badass. It's a bad change though because he starts caring more about the money and everything. He's in remission. He gets the news. He's like, so I don't have to go with meth anymore. But he's tasted it now and he can't go back. He wants that lifestyle. So season 4, I believe, is when he kills Gus Fring. Big fucking moment. It's fucking insane. And he ends up telling Jesse some shit. They end up splitting up again for like a millionth time, which isn't too bad. Like it's not the same thing as like when a couple breaks up on and off again, on and off. Will they? Won't they? Shit is much different because of the age disparity, and it's not romantic. It's just I just keep calling it a partnership. I feel like I need to explain that because it's not annoying that they keep splitting apart. Um, I think Jesse Pinkman is a great character, um, and is a very sympathetic character. Yes, he made some very idiotic choices, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Anyway, the 4th season's all about Gus dying. The 5th season is when he's like, well, so we're gonna go through with this. It might be the 5th season that Gus dies. Because remember, as soon as he dies, him, Mike, and Jesse are all sitting around talking about where to go from here, how we're gonna split the money and everything. And Walt's like, I don't think we should split the money. Gus is out. He was the one that owned this city. They need a new person to own the city. You're looking at him. You're looking at God, what the fuck was his name? Um, Heisenberg. Yeah, the Heisenberg absurdity principle. He went by. He's like, you're looking at him, and they're like, Walt, and Jesse's like, yeah, I don't think, man. Like, I think we should just cut our losses, and then a bunch of shit happens. That might be the fourth season, and then it bleeds into the fifth season, the final season. It ended when it needed to. It definitely did. It did not need fucking 20 odd seasons. Like everyone thinks, like, man, it should have kept going. Like certain shows are so good they should keep going. No, 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 no. You need an ending, and I believe that it got a damn good ending. Um, Walt goes to save Jesse, which is what he needs to fucking do and to reclaim himself. And there's a great scene when him and Skylar are talking, and he tells her the truth has come out because Hank, R.I.P., Hank gets killed by the gang that takes Jesse. It's fucked because Hank's a damn good character too. And when he figures out, like, holy shit, this whole fucking time, Walt was Heisenberg. It makes up Heisenberg. I should have fucking, it's right on the nose. It's so obvious, so fucking obvious. So he gets killed for knowing who he is, and um, he has this conversation with Skylar. They have to go into hiding and everything, and he's like talking about why he did it, and she's like, I don't want to hear this shit again. Like, you didn't do it for us. You did it for me. He's like, I know. Let me explain it. I did it for me. It made me feel good. I was always a loser. Now I feel like I'm, important. Like I'm doing something, and the power and everything. Like, it just felt good. It's such a great like moment where you're like, holy shit, like because he's such a horrible liar. That's one of the most annoying things about the show. He's so bad at fucking lying. Um, so it ends with Jesse's like being beaten by his kidnappers and shit. He goes and he takes over. He goes and fights off the gang. He like installed this like minigun to pop out of the fucking trunk. Like when you press a button and just mow them all down. And it ends with him and Jesse. He's been shot. Jesse's holding a gun because he blames Walter for every bad thing that's happened to him, which is fair. He's holding the gun. He's crying. He's just like, "You man, you fucking bitch," and he's just crying. And then he sees that Walter's been shot, and Walter's like, dude, if you want to. And Jesse's just like, he throws him a set of keys, I think, or they're on the ground, or he tells him, or I don't remember exactly, but he gets the keys and he gets into the car, yeah, El Camino, I believe, and then just drives off. And he's just like crying and just happy, but also fucking sad, and like you really feel for Jesse. Like, holy shit, man, he's been through a lot of shit, a lot of fucked up shit. The woman that he loved, both women that he loved, Jane died died of a drug overdose, or died from choking on her own vomit. And there was another girl, a Mexican chick, and she had her own kid, and he was really into her. She was into him, but he wanted to stay kind of away from her. He ends up finding the people of the gang or whatever end up finding out that she knows a little bit of something, and she gets shot and killed. It's like it's so fucked, really fucked up. Um, so like a lot of bad shit's happened to him. So he's happy, but he's not, and it's like, man, what happened? And then I'm glad that they followed up with El Camino, the movie on Netflix, which I will be covering in the future. Anyway, that's Breaking Bad. Like condensed, very condensed. I'm not talking even about all the deaths and all the other antagonists and shit. I talked about Tuco and Gus. That was it. There's way more. Can't remember the guy's name. It's Gustavo Fring. So it was Gus. It was the fourth season that Gus died, right? Yeah. Lydia. Don't know who Lydia is. Todd is kind of a piece of shit. Um, Steven Gomez. Oh, Jack Welker. I have no fucking clue. Declan. It's someone, but damn good fucking show. Thank you so much to Nix Armendariz for requesting this series. Like I said at the beginning of this, you really made up for my Full House review. But yeah, you guys all take it easy and have a good one.